Hi, I'm Diet Cokehead. There are some new people here. The more people that come just from my shorts and they don't really know anything the fuck about me, the more nerve-wracking it gets to do these. Because before, it was like when there were like 500 people here and they were all here for like one thing. I've said this before, and I know I gotta reiterate myself because like I just, like a new people pour in all the fucking time. And I I don't like my daughter was going through some of my videos and stuff, and she was just like, "Mom, like nobody wants to be all fucking sad all the time. Nobody wants to like be like think about all the hard stuff and stuff. Like that's why you're not getting any subscribers." And she's right. But I know that like this is supposed to be junk food. This is supposed to be, but I didn't want that because I'm fucking arrogant and despondent and stuff is like that's my baseline of existence. And I don't really look at it like a lot of people be here be like, "Oh, be glad that you can buy makeup. Oh, be glad that you can do whatever." And like there are so many like dudes that are trying to like petition themselves to me to like not hate all men or whatever, but I mean like then they already missed the first point that I had, you know? I kind of feel like whenever you're like any creator in general, it's like you're just subjecting yourself to be like misinterpreted, to be misunderstood, to for everybody to come project all of their bullshit onto you. I want my long form to be better. I want my long form to cover like all kinds of crazy stuff. I wanted to do like essays and reports and not reports, but just like I wanted to talk about things in history and how that coincides with today because I don't think that we're any different than anybody else in history. I think that we're all completely misinformed. I don't think that we understand anything about psychology. I think that um we're like the people from 100 to 200, 500 years from now are going to be like, look at the internet dark ages and how fucking stupid all these dumbasses were. Look how crazy they were. And, we have shit like the Stanford prison experiment that we all are aware of. There was like this performance artist. I have a point. Hang on. Just try to follow my line here of thought. This performance artist sat herself up in Italy, and like half of the people there wanted because she had like a gun in her. She basically like put knives and shit everywhere. I can't fucking remember her name. It was like some crazy ass Italian name, but there was like a gun there and somebody put it in her hand and loaded it, somebody loaded it and put it in her hand and pointed it at herself, and like people were like cutting her and stuff. And then there were like people who wanted to hurt her and people who didn't. But I mean like most people are bad. It's not even like if people are good or bad. Like most people, like if they have permission, they're gonna go tear everybody down. I mean, like the shit going on with like Amberlyn Reed or anybody that we hate online and that like we've gotten permission to go harass and like say whatever the fuck about. That's Stanford prison. That's that experiment. That's like a well-known documented thing that's happening. But then the thing that makes it so different is that people are like moralizing it and acting like they're the ones that are in the right or whatever. Audiences are fucking dangerous and audiences are fucking crazy. People are bad and we all know this, but then we still all put like anybody who's bold enough to put their face in front of anybody, like that's who's the poster child for all their behavior is. And knowing all of this and being so aware of how fucking bad and sick and evil people are, I can't bring myself to kiss their asses. I cannot make myself want to make people like me because I don't like them. I don't like audiences. I don't like, and if you can't separate yourself from the kind of like that's a you problem. Like that's you being too insecure to know that I'm speaking broadly in a general term about all of people and not you specifically. But I mean like some people are so fucking like in their heads and in their own world or something, and I speak so like personably that they think that I'm addressing them when I'm not addressing anybody in particular. And then there's this whole other fucking weird breed. Like, I mean, like, I accept that life is hard. I accept that there's a lot of stuff I gotta do that I don't want to do. I accept that life is a steaming fucking pile of dog shit. But then, like, people want to help. People want to, like, that's, it's condescending. It's rude. It's completely missing the point out of anything that I'm saying. Like, there isn't help, guys. There isn't, like, the world is sick and fucked up and whatever, and I don't want to turn that off. I don't want to, it's not that I don't have any hope, it's just that I want to hold all the truths at once, and I don't want people to fucking lie. Like, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired, I'm so sick of doing everything because I hate how we all have to fucking lie to ourselves, lie to each other, lie to everything that, you know, you don't know anybody that you work with. You don't know anybody. Like, people have been going to work with me for like 10 fucking years. They had no idea that I played guitar. They had no idea that I fucking talked. They had no idea that I had anything going on in my head. Everybody, like, you know, people see me, and then in person, I'm nothing like this. In person, I keep my fucking mouth shut because I know it causes me problems. I know that I always fuck up, and I always say the shit that nobody else is saying, that everyone is thinking, and then that's what fucking blows my mind. It's like, we all know how shitty the world is, and we are all so hell-bent on denying it. Like, why are we all working 40 hours a week just to have a house to sleep in? It's bullshit. And then on the other hand, it's like, why the fuck do you think the state is gonna, like, because communism is, like, well, as soon as you talk about the fucking 40-hour work week and why that is bullshit, then everybody comes down on you and thinks you're a fucking communist. But then, like, if you're a communist, and I don't understand why so many fucking disabled people are communists, because, dude, if the state were giving you money and you couldn't keep up with the work that everybody was going to be doing. Communism isn't just like walking around with your hand out, motherfucker. Like, that's like, it don't work like that. It never works, because they always try to eliminate the dead weight, and it's gonna make things worse. And like, that's like, you can't say that to a communist, just like you can't complain about the fucking 40-hour work week to a fucking capitalist. Like, they're both bullshit. They both suck, and they both, like, power is bullshit. You say one little stupid fucking thing, and everybody decides they know exactly who you are and what to believe, because our identity politics are such horseshit. I mean, it's like, even our sexuality and even our identity or whatever, they're like fads that we outsource and go, like, people go on a fucking scavenger hunt to go, and you can say that with fucking everything. Like, mental health is fucking bullshit. I mean, whenever, like, diagnosis, I don't think that we should be diagnosing somebody with, like, an illness as a whole. I think that we should be, like, picking apart all their different tiny little symptoms, because, like, nobody completely fits into a narcissist box. Nobody totally fits into a borderline personality or even a schizophrenic or whatever box. Like, they have symptoms of different stuff, not one whole thing. But then, like, they get slapped with one whole thing. Like, as soon as you go into a mental hospital or whatever, you don't get a diagnosis of what you are. Nobody can sit there and tell you that you are absolutely this or that. You know, your politics aren't even working like that. Like, that's, people start performing. And I'm not saying that people aren't really experiencing these symptoms, but then, like, people will start to identify with their diagnosis as a whole, and then they will feel like they always have to act like this thing in order to be believed, you know? I don't know. I don't really think that anybody is racist. I don't think that anybody is an anarcho, whatever. I don't think that anybody is goth. I don't think that anybody is this or that or the other thing. I think that we just aren't, we're just so terrified to really look at what we are and how similar we all are and how whatever. And so we just kind of outsource our identities. I mean, most of the time, people, like, whenever somebody's up on a screen, that it's hard to think of that as an actual person. And people will, like, see you project a whole fucking story. And, like, it's not because they're stupid. It's not because it's just, like, you dress in a way that they don't like, or you don't perform for them the way that they want somebody who looks like you to behave like. And or they're just having a bad fucking day. And or they especially with music and stuff, because like a lot of people, they just want to feel fucking powerful. They want to feel like, a lot of guys see my bio links or whatever and automatically feel rejected and want to put me down on, like, that's where negging and shit comes from. They just want you to be on a level they can compete with. And I don't really like to do a lot of long form videos and stuff anymore, just because I feel like people are going to be disappointed with how I actually am versus how they thought I was based on a way that I sang a song that day. And I'm usually just, it's not even that I'm insecure, it's that I feel like everything is fucking hopeless. Like, I'm just asking myself, why am I bothering? Why am I doing this? Why? Like, I know how people are. I know it doesn't matter how fucking sick my song is. Like, I just have to make it, like, repetition and stuff. And, nepotism. And, being, like, an insert. Like, it still works like that. Like, no, like, I know people don't like you until they feel like they have permission to like you. I feel like nobody is going to decide how they think about you. They want to know how all their friends think about you. And that's why it's so hard to perform or whatever. And everybody is up here like fucking petitioning themselves and fucking like, there's like a camp of people that are like trying to like be like, oh, look at all my money I have, look at all these good things that are happening in my life. I'm good, so good things are happening to me, right? And that means that you can subscribe to me because I'm totally family friendly, even though I'm locking all my kids up in cages and making them perform on my family channels. Or look at me like performing all of my mental illness and stuff. Like, it's like, which I think you really got to be careful when you're a mental illness channel, because like that will become your daily life, and every single little thing that you think about and talk about or whatever, having to like completely circle around your mental illness. That's not good for anybody. Maybe your audience will like it. Maybe you can say some insightful things and stuff that helps them. But I mean, like, ultimately, it's bad for the person doing it unless they have like a lot of guardrails. And a lot of you guys are really cool, but then a lot of times I've been fucking getting Nazis and shit. Like, every time I come up here and I like say something about race, I did not know how, like, I knew that there were like racists and Nazis and stuff that were still around. I just didn't know that it was like fucking thriving. Like, every time I do a video about how bullshit MAGA is, every time like they just come sniffing me out. Like, they want the weakest, tiniest, whatever channel that they can find. Like, they are specifically hunting for somebody like me with nothing to protect them. And I feel like my attitude towards everybody is just bleeding out on fucking everything. Like, I'm not even trying. I like sing all of my songs half-assed after I like just slap the chords together. I do it so fast because it's the demand is really hard to make a perfect product for, especially with all of my limitations. I mean, like, I'm stuck just turning on my phone and writing things down or saying whatever the fuck comes on out of the top of my head. And like, it just, in order to stay as small as my channel is now, it's like, you gotta do it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And it's overwhelming. It's a lot of work to be as lazy as I am for absolutely nothing in return. So if you, I think that's all. That's off the top of my head today. I'm sorry. Like that, this is just my brain thoughts are very circular, and they're kind of like going in around how exhausting it is to exist. And if you don't like to hear about that shit, I don't know what to tell you. I'll you know, like I keep telling y'all, like the better videos are coming one day. It's just I don't have a lot of time. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. I'm a single mother. I have to work a lot on my businesses, and like, which is like a whole other category of getting shit on all over the internet. Like, seriously, my work, my line of work, it is like basically signing yourself up to the fucking offenders registry. I'm a cam girl, and it's like all day long trying to find the two guys that are gonna buy anything, and the overwhelming sea of horseshit ass fucking entitled men. That's a whole other video. That's like a whole other thing of all the archaic horseshit that is alive and well and thriving. Like, yeah, it's okay to charge dying people up their ass. It's fine to charge for medicine. That's cool. Oh, you can write songs, and you have to charge and sue people for that. But if you make a product that is in high demand and you charge people for it, somebody's ego is in the way. Anyway, that's all I gotta talk about today, guys. Bye.